Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? I'm William Carrington. You're entitled to know a little something about me. I'm from a small town in western Kentucky called Princeton, and man, is she beautiful. This series of videotapes that we're going through is for a young businessman and entrepreneur in Atlanta, Georgia, a great friend of mine. His business is taking off and he's looking to expand, and so he's asked me to, if I could, just come down and help him some. Right now I just can't get out of here, but I'm putting some videos together. And if you're sitting there right now, you're probably viewing this. We just had recently took a break. We're back now, so this is going to be video 2 out of a series of videos. And in the first one, what we talked about is how many years of sales that you've had that you didn't even know you had, how many years of management you had that you didn't even know you had. And a lot of people won't give you credit for that, but you're constantly like, the way I look at it, the way I've seen it, and when I talk to people, you've been selling all your life. You've been learning to manage all your life. And whatever age you're at now, it's on top of that 18. I just said 18, that's through from childhood up to when you're getting out of high school. Some of you have gone on to college. Some of you are in a career somewhere else, or been in a career. And some of you probably retired, coming over to just start this to stay occupied and stay busy, because you don't want to just sit around doing that. I know a lot of people like this. Start a whole new career if they finish one. Now, like I say, we were getting to the point of saying how I wanted you to start branding yourself, because you already have branded yourself from growing up. And when we talk about branding yourself, that is the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the way you wear your hair, the way you keep your hands neat and clean, the way you speak with your hands and your body, the way your breath, I haven't said the way you keep your breath fresh. And then there's going to be other things. You're going to look at how you do your home. Because now when you go home, you're going to look at the products in your house. Each one of those products, there was a reason for you buying it. Either somebody had one similar to it, or it was in a need that you had to have it, but you've seen somebody else had a couch. You didn't really need a couch. Nobody really needs a couch. You have a couch because somewhere in time somebody says, hey man, I got a bigger, longer chair. Oh yeah? Well, I don't know how that's going to go. It's going over great, man. Instead of one person, you can have 3 or 4, or you can lay down on it. Great sales pitch. Took off, didn't it? So you're constantly selling the things in the refrigerator. When you open up, you're going to see the name brands, and then maybe some generic products in there, because you thought, well, I'm going to cut my cost and buy something generic. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. You save money, that's great. I always say, read the label, read the label, read the label. Because quality is quality. Always remember, nothing against anybody who's producing anything. Quality is quality. And what you wear, what you use, and what you do. Now, if you're a smoker, I was a smoker for years. If I'm down there training you, I'm going to put you on a thing so where you'll stop smoking. I want you to be one of your goals. And in this little series, that's what we're going to talk about, is goals. Where do you want to be in your life? I know where you've been, because I know if I was there, you'd be able to tell me your story. I can look at you and tell you, but just by the way you dress, how your life was, the way you present yourself, the way you take care of your vehicle, it gets you to and from. See, all these things you start to pick up in being in management. Well, if you sit there and think, you picked up these same things as you manage yourself through life. Because you've been using your eyes to see, but then there's been something else you've been using, and you don't really know what it was. There's something else you're using to kind of pick up the picture on the people that you meet. Because you may meet somebody, well, I didn't feel good about that. Something wasn't right. So you start to feel different and judge differently as you grow older. And that's what I want you to do. And if I was there, I'd be sitting down talking to you one-on-one. And if you came in and you were interviewing with me for a sales position, I'd say, okay, I'd look at you, and then I would say, okay, look, I'm not being rude or inconsiderate, but I need to know, is there any way we could get you in a suit and tie? Do you have a suit and tie at home? And then say, no, and right now I'm a little low in cash. You know, that's great too, because there are some clothing stores that are discount clothing stores that carry suits and ties and sheets. And so you can pick up those at discount clothing stores. Or I had some sales reps who go to what is that place where people donate their clothes, Goodwill or Salvation Army, either one of those. And you could get nice dress clothes to start out in sales. And like I say, I would never hurt your feelings, but I've got to, when you're with me, I've got to start to trim you, tweak you, so where your life will change. And your life's going to change. I don't care, you can go ask anybody else that's going to tell you, anybody who's managing, somebody's in sales. They may say, well, you ain't got to be all dressed. Trust me. Trust me, I've been doing this a long time. You've got to be a certain way. You want to start to brand yourself. Because as you work with me and I work with you, you're going to start to change. You'll start to look at the world differently because your eyes have been opened. Where you've been going through life, you're going to change. You're going to change the way you present yourself to your family. You're going to change by the way you present yourself to your church. You're going to change. But it's going to be a positive change. It's not a negative change. So don't get blown up. Don't get mad. All that's going to do is jack your blood pressure up. What I want you to do is start to soak it up and take it in. Sit down, and you're supposed to be taking notes anyway. So sit down and make you a goal. Where do you want to be in a week from now? Where do you want to be in 30 days? Where do you want to be in 60 days? Where do you want to be in 90 days? And just so on and so forth through your first year. Because in a year from now, when we sit down and we look at this again together, I want to know what you were thinking and what you were setting your goals for. Now, I want you to be realistic and down to earth. You can make them as huge as you want to, but I want you to use your mind, use your brain, and sit there and think, okay, where do I want to be in a week from now? Where do I want to be in 30 days? Sit down and think about where do you want your family to be? You know, what can I do to better myself so where my family can have more? Because as you go through this training and you start in sales, like I say, the sky's the limit. There's no stopping you. And what it's going to do, it's not only going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit other things. And when I said that about your church, trust me, I want you to go to church. I want you to join the church somewhere of your choice, somewhere worship and believe in whatever it is you believe. I hope it's God. I hope it's Jesus Christ. That's the way I believe. But if it's something else, I can still work with you. Because I'm not going to discriminate against you. What I wish is that you could go and become a part of your church. Now, when you go to your church, and you're going in there and you present yourself one way, and as you go in there and you start to present yourself another way, they're going to look at you different. And mostly, wherever you go, somebody can look at you, and they'll look at you, figure it out, and they're done have you judged down by 15 minutes, even less than that. First 5 minutes you walk up, they got you figured out. And it might not be what they got you figured out. They got you figured out. They done labeled you. You see what I'm saying? Now, as you start to form your brand and change and listen to me, and when I say we're going to start dressing different, your shoes got to be polished and cleaned all the time. Your breath's got to be fresh. Your fingernails got to be clean. You are going to become a sales associate, sales personnel, sales rep, a sales manager. You're going to become something in sales. You've got to present yourself. And then when they say, well, who you working for, and you say who you're working for, they say, well, where'd you get this training? Well, then you'll say, well, I've been trained all my life. But Billy Carrington tweaked it. He kind of opened the book up and said, hey man, if you do it this way, it changes everything for you. And that's where you're going to start presenting. So now, go ahead, I want you to start writing down your goals. Write down your goals. Like I say, for a week from now, what are you going to be doing in a week from now? Well, I hope you get your hair cut. I want you high, tight, and neat. Ladies, I want it neat, pulled back. I don't want anything down in your face. And the reason for that, I want your face open. I want to see that pretty smile. I want you to start practicing in the mirror, looking at yourself, presenting yourself, saying, hey, this is me. How you doing? Smile. It's $1 million smile you got on your face. Smile. You know, every time you smile at one person. It's somewhere, it's written in a book. I read this. You smile at one person, and you'll receive 10 smiles by the end of the day. Now, what do you think about that? 10 smiles by the end of the day from total strangers, because that's how it'll reach out. You smile at one person who's frowning. Yeah, maybe they just got up, just rushing to work. You smile at that person, they might go, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to look in the mirror. They're going to look at themselves. They're going to smile. And somebody's going to catch them smiling. They're going to smile. And it's going to keep going and keep going. And before the day's out, like I say, it's written somewhere in some book. You give one smile, receive 10 back. Awesome. Pretty awesome, man. Give one, receive 10. Man, I just keep smiling. Hey, how you doing? But like I say, so right now we want to keep that written down. Go over it. I need to, where are we at on time? Excuse me. Okay, we're getting close. So we got to keep these videos short, because I don't want to lose you. I don't want to give you too much information right off the bat. It's going to be bam, 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 bam. But in between, I want you taking a break. Like I say, that you be our human minds, not just yours, but mine too. We can stay focused on one thing for about 20 to 30 minutes at the max. And after that, like I say, we want to take a break, get up out of the chair, walk around, text, talk to the person beside me. Something, call home, grab something to eat, go to the men's or ladies' room. But so anyway, it's getting close to that time. So this time, what we're doing is writing down our goals, setting goals, where we want to be. Okay, you want to make it realistic. Don't get too carried away right here at the beginning. But I want you to see yourself in a week from now, starting to look at the suits on the shelves, thinking about it, maybe having to go and purchase some at a discount place starting out. You want to look at shoes. Remember, I want you dressing in a dark colored suit, dark gray, dark blue, dark black. That, I want you tie stripe it, or solid red, or solid blue. Tie stripe, solid blue, solid red. I want your hair high, tight, parted on the left, pulled over. I'll tell you about that as we go. And I want you to present yourself. You're going to start changing. Look at your fingernails. Clean them nails up. Get a little brush. Clean them fingernails up. Keep them trimmed. I don't want no gaudy nails when I get down there. Ladies, I'd like to see you with French manicures, but I also would like to see you neutral. And like I say, if you change and decide you want to wear another color, I won't dispute it. Just make sure your color matches your outfit. Ladies, on your dress up hair, what I want you to do, and I want you to make sure you don't wear nothing low cut here. And I want all your dresses right there, no higher than that. Because you're a professional. That's what you're training to be, as a professional now. What you were when you came in and sat down for this interview to start watching these videos, you were just like everybody else, like I was on the streets. You were living your life. But now it's changed. You're going to become a professional. You got to carry yourself and present yourself there. So, like I say, that's what I want you to think. And like I say, I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. And I ain't trying to hoodoo you. I'm telling you the truth. You're going to start becoming a professional. You got to present yourself as a professional. If you're going to be wearing jewelry, this is where you got to wear your jewelry. I want you to wear a gold watch with a gold face on it. Ladies too, gold watch, gold face. I don't care how great it is or how cheap it is. I want you to wear your gold rings, wedding band, or your flash ring, or a ring from a business or something. That's great. If you're going to wear any on your ties, make sure you wear a tie clip. Make sure it's got gold in it. I like to see you wearing American flag, even you ladies, a little flag on you, a little American flag. Represents that you're representing the United States. You are Americans, hopefully. If not, that's great. And whatever country you're from, have it on there. Just make sure if I'm down there, you show me what country you're from. So in an interview, that when you came in, like say they're getting ready to call me out on this, and I can already see them getting nervous over this. So as you come in and interview with me, if I was there, that's what I'd look at. I'd want to see how you manage yourself. I want to see how you manage your space you're in. Then I would see how you manage a light little duty I might give you. I might say, hey, look, while you're here, why don't you, if you don't care, go over there and I got some papers, just get them organized for me, applications, whatever, or just papers. Just get them organized for me. And it'll see how you do it, how much time it takes you to do it. You know, because, and it's not, I'm not really grading you, but that gives me an idea on how much time I got to spend training you. Because you're already trained, I just got to tweak. So, like say, how much, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, like I say, I'm not cutting you short. But we're going to come right back in it, take a break, come right back in. Thank you.